Over the last 3 episodes, we've learned 3 big ideas. Tokens, how AI breaks text into pieces. Embeddings, how those pieces become numbers. Attention, how every piece looks at every other piece. Today, we put them all together. This is the transformer, the architecture behind every major AI model on the planet. Think of the transformer as a factory. Raw text goes in at the top, and understanding comes out at the bottom. In between, the data passes through a series of stations, each one doing a specific job. Let's follow a sentence through the whole thing. The cat sat on the mat walks in the door. First stop, embedding. Remember episode 1? Each token gets converted into a list of numbers, a vector that captures its meaning. The word cat becomes a point in a high-dimensional space. The word mat becomes a nearby but different point. So now we have 6 vectors. But there's a problem. These vectors have no idea what order they came in. The cat sat on the mat and the mat sat on the cat would look exactly the same, because attention sees everything at once with no sense of sequence. So the transformer adds a position signal to each vector. Now the model knows that cat came second and mat came 6th. Same word, the in 2 positions, but now they carry different information. Next, the attention station. You know this one from last episode. Every token looks at every other token and asks, who matters most to me? Sat pays close attention to cat, on connects to mat. The tokens go in knowing only about themselves. They come out understanding the whole sentence. Now here's a station we haven't seen before, the feed-forward network. Think of it this way. Attention was a group discussion. Everyone shared what they know. The feed-forward step is each token going off to think privately about what it just heard. It's a small neural network applied to each token individually. This is where the deeper processing happens, turning raw relationships into actual understanding. And notice this. The factory keeps a copy of each token from before the attention step and adds it back in, like keeping your original notes while updating them. This is called a residual connection, and it prevents information from getting lost along the way. Here's where it gets wild. Everything we just saw? That's one layer, one pass through the factory. The original transformer stacked 6 of these layers on top of each other. The tokens go through attention and feed forward over and over again. Each pass refines the understanding. First layer might figure out basic grammar. Second layer connects subjects to verbs. By the 6th layer, the model understands that it in the cat chased the mouse because it was hungry. Refers to the cat, not the mouse. Modern models. GPT-3 has 96 layers. Today's frontier models have hundreds. Same fundamental design from 2017, just stacked much, much deeper. So the models you actually use every day, the chatbot that answers your questions, the search engine that understands what you mean, the tool that finishes your code, they're all this factory, doing one thing, predicting the next token, over and over. That's it. Every word you've ever gotten back from an AI was predicted one piece at a time by a transformer. That's the transformer. Not one clever trick, but an architecture. A factory where tokens become embeddings, get stamped with positions, talk to each other through attention, think it through in the feed-forward network, and do it all again, layer after layer. Next time, how these models actually learn. Billions of parameters, a mountain of data, and a training process that somehow turns randomness into intelligence. That's training. See you there.